Arab, they attacked deep inside Africa, those poor African, black African. They kidnap them, they kidnap their kids, they rape their women, and then they take them to the slavery market and they sell them. And then the Muslim, when they speak to an African person, they say, do you see what the white man did to you? In fact, the one who did that to you is the Muslims. Ask the Muslims how many black slaves Muhammad he owned. Aisha owned. Every wife of Muhammad, how many black slaves she have? And where they get them from? You know, in a certain time, Iraq, the majority of the population was black. Can you believe it? The city of Al-Basra, all of it was black. Now, I'm not saying that black people are from Iraq. Don't take me wrong. Those are slaves, kidnapped, enslaved, and sold to the Muslims in Iraq. And because they become so big in population, there is something called the revolution of the Zinj. Zinj is a word used for, like when you say Negro, black slaves. I'm speaking in language. So this is the revolution. The Muslim, they killed them all the slaves, all the black. I think now the population of black in Iraq, who they are descended from those slaves, maybe not less than half to 1% of the population. So you can read about it here. The Zinj rebellion in the year 869 to 883. This is just like 200 years after Muhammad. The whole land is nothing but black. The white Arab, they don't go to work. They bring those black people. They take the if the woman is pretty, she will be sex slave. If the woman is old, she will be a cook. If the woman, she is young and strong but not good looking, she will be working in the farm with the rest of the black slaves. So they took tens of thousands. Here they are saying several thousand. This is a big fat lie. Hundreds of thousands of slaves. And then those people, for sure, they forced them to learn Arabic, speak Arabic, because the masters are Arab. And then one day, those people, they become really powerful, which means they become major population. So they make a revolutionary seeking their freedom. And then the white Arab, they get their forces from everywhere, and they killed all the black people. All the numbers here, I don't believe in it. You know, all those numbers, I don't take them. This is the area where the slaves was in Iraq. They used them here for farming, because this is have a lot of water coming from the river of Dajla and Al-Furat, going all the way to the Persian Gulf. So this area is a green area, at least at that time. Now it's dry and nothing much. So they bring all those slaves just to work for them for farming. All right. In the whole towns, those towns, there's no white people. Zero. So they bring the slaves and they tell them to work. They put like supervisor on them from the slave themselves. And they check on them from time to time to see how the farm is doing. If somebody is not working fine, they punish him, they whip him, even they kill you. You know, I mean, they own you. Yeah. So this is the slavery. This is the area of Al-Basra. Those are the Arab Bedouin. Those are not from Iraq. They came all the way from the Arabian Peninsula, and they occupied this area with the Arab invading that area. But you can read, if you like to read, You can read about the Zinj rebellion or revolution, how they brought the slaves and they going back to Asim. Here you see when he asked him about revolution supremacy, he said to him, so what? So what? We believe in supremacy. What the problem?
We know from Yemen. We know them. I'm not talking about the Houthis. So you can't say that this about people generically. I hope this makes sense.
Well, could you, I don't mean to keep going on this, but could you not argue that that's racial supremacy?
So what?
So what?
We do know that there is racial supremacy. We do know that although blacks and whites, red and yellow are equal and they only differ with the...
So what? What equal? A second ago you said racial supremacy. Same time, isn't it your prophet, he says that Allah, when he created the black, he created them to go to hell? And the white, they will go to heaven? I mean, do you see the hypocrisy? This guy is not a white man. He's a dummy sitting between them like a donkey. This says Nico. Even Muhammad, he made fun of the Asian, like this guy from Indonesia, Assim Al Hakeem. Muhammad, he made fun of the Indonesian, of the Asian, how they look like. Look what Muhammad he says about the Asian. And this is Al-Bukhari. According to Muhammad, the Asian, they will never be Muslims. And Muslims, they have to kill them. The hour will not, this is why he's saying the hour. The hour will not be established till you fight the people wearing shoes made of hair. And the hour will not be established till you fight the people who their face look like shield coated with leather. Abu Huraira added, they will be small-eyed, flat-nosed, and their faces will look like shield coated with leather. And this is Al-Bukhari. So Muhammad, he was predicting that the Asian will never be Muslims and they are the enemies of Islam. And the Muslims, they have to kill all the Asian. And look how we make fun of their look. What about the Turkish? Muhammad, he said the same about Turkish. Muhammad, he never predicted that Turkish will become Muslims. He says the same about the Turkish, because remember, the Turkish is not those women you see, the blonde. The Turkish are Asian. They are from the heart of Asia. They are a mix of Tatar and Mongolian, and so they are from the heart of Asia. They are not white people you see today in Turkey. Those are the fruit of the rape. When those people, they came and they invade that territory, they rape those white women, and now there's a lot of people, they are white in Turkey. Erdogan don't look like an Asian at all. What happened? Because simply they start having sex slaves from those women, Greek women, etc. women, Arab women, all kind of women, Assyrian, Chaldean, Armenian, all those women, they sleep with them and their kids will be looking different. So Muhammad, he says, leave the Turkish alone as long they leave you alone. He never thought they will become Muslims. Turk ma tarakukum. Let's see, I'm trying to find. Where is the hadith? All right. Additional proof that Muhammad is a false prophet. Not only he is a supremacist, he hates black people, he hates Asian people. Muhammad, he believed that the Turkish are the enemies of Islam and they will never be Muslims. Muhammad said, let the Abyssinians alone as long they let you alone, and let the Turk alone as long they leave you alone. Why Muhammad he said about the Turk like that? Because Muhammad he knew that the Turkish are more savage than the Arab, and if you go in war with them he will lose. Here Muhammad is speaking about the Asian, sorry, about the black. They are the one who will destroy the Kaaba. A black person who will destroy the Kaaba. And for sure he's shaitan because he's black, according to Muhammad. And again here, another false prophecy of Muhammad. There is tons of hadith we can share about all those issues. So here, Sneeko is they told him that Islam is against supremacy, but Islam is all about supremacy. The Arab is supreme. You see, this guy is an Asian guy. He lives in Saudi Arabia. Nobody will look at him with respect, simply because he's Asian. I mean, in Saudi Arabia, even if you are an Arab and you are a Saudi, you have to be from certain tribes to be respected. It doesn't matter even if you're an Arab. So this is the society of supremacy. Families are more important than family. Tribe is more important than other tribes. So if you are from a nobody tribe, you are nobody. So imagine you are Asian living in Saudi Arabia, how they would treat you. I assure you, this guy, when he sit with the Arab, he sit like a potato. Like here, this is YouTube, they are sitting around him like as if he is an important figure. But when he sit between the real Saudi, he will be serving coffee for them. They are very, very supremacist.
Red and yellow are equal, and they only differ with the taqwa, the piety in the heart. But we also know that Allah selected the Arabs due to their language, due to their heritage, due to their supremacy at the time between the Byzantines, the Persians, the Jews, and the Christians, of maintaining a level of moral conduct and a level of social.
The Arab, they are maintaining low conduct. When Muhammad was born, Arab women, they used to put a red flag on their tent. What does that mean? There is something called Zawaj al-Rahat. Zawaj al-Rahat, where one woman, she will sleep with many men. And when she will deliver a child, the woman she choose who is going to be the father. Let me see if I can find this hadith in English. I think I should. So the woman, she will have about between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 husbands. And this is what Muhammad, by the way, he taught. Muhammad, he taught a Muslim man, he can if 2 and 3 and 4. Total is 9. So it is Zawaj al-Rahat, exactly Islamic Zawaj al-Rahat. But the difference is the women used to do it. The Arab women used to do it. Let me see if I can find this hadith for you in English. Here we go. So the Arab in the pre-Islamic area, they say there's 4 kinds of marriage. A man asks another man to marry his relative, sister or daughter to him, and he fixed the dower and married her for him. Another kind of marriage was that a man asked his wife when she become pure from menstruation to send for so and have sexual intercourse with him. Imagine, you ask your wife to go and have sex with other guy. By the way, those mentioned in my book, but in my book I mentioned more branches of marriage in the Arab they used to practice. So let us say you are married to a woman and you don't like how your kids look like. You don't like them. Maybe you don't look good. So you ask your wife to go and sleep with certain man. Let us say he's a good-looking man. So she go and sleep with him. And this is to improve the children's. This is what the Arab used to do. It's in front of you. The husband will ask her to go and sleep with the new guy. And Assim Al Hakeem saying the Arab they used to be supreme at that time. I mean, did you hear this is come back saying that the Arab used to be supreme at that time? What do you mean they are supreme in what? They even exchange women. This is why in the Quran. So her husband kept himself aloof and did not have intercourse with her till it became a pregnant that she was pregnant from the man who had intercourse with her. When was manifest that she was pregnant, her husband approached her, if you like. This marriage was called istibada. Utilize man for intercourse, for noble birth, you see, improve. A third kind of marriage was the group of people in less than number of 10 in number entered upon a woman, one woman. So between 1 to 9 they go and have sex with the one woman, and this is not against her will. She's inviting them. All right, the women she is inviting, she decide how many, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, but it is rahat, which is usually the number between 1 to 9, but the 9 is not necessarily 9, it can be more, but this is what it is. Like usually the number present by the word rahat, which mean a group usually between 1 to 9. So the women she invite those, she put a flag in her tent or a house, and that flag will tell men that here there's a woman, she need men. Another way, excuse my language, she need somebody to F her. So men, they will keep coming until she say enough. That's it. Nobody will rape her, nobody will force her. So she is doing it voluntarily, they come voluntarily. And then they had intercourse with her. When she conceived, gave birth to a child, a number of days passed after her delivery, she sent to them. So she will send all the men who have sex with her, and no one of them could refuse to attend. And they gathered before her. Look at the system. So she invite all the men she slept with. You come, all of them, they have to come. It's a duty. No, you cannot avoid it. And then she will decide who is the father. So in front of those men who slept with her, she will say, you are the father, and the rest they have to accept. They can't say, no, he looked like me. Whatever she say. So you can say that a woman in the Arabian Peninsula before Islam, she was the man. She is the one who have multiple husbands. She is the one in charge to say who is who, who's no, who's yes. Islam practice the same, but to flip it upside down. So from the women in control to the man in control. As you see. All right. This is why you notice in the Quran, when the Quran supposedly threatened the wives of Muhammad. Read carefully. The one who speak Arabic, he can see what I see, but if you don't know Arabic, let us see together. So if maybe if he divorce you all, that he Lord will give him instead. This is not what the Quran is saying. It doesn't say instead. It says يُبَدِّلَهُ أَزْوَاجًا. يُبَدِّل, exchange. Let us change the translator just to show you. This is Hilali and Khan. See? Look what happened. So that Allah will give him exchange concert. So what the Quran is saying? Maybe Allah will practice what the Arab practice. Will take the wives of Muhammad to somebody else, and the wives of somebody else will give in to Muhammad. Exchange. All right? And this is exactly what the Arab used to do. In fact, Muhammad, he took everything from the Arab, like cutting hands for stealing a rope or an egg. This is from the Arab. Everything, Muhammad, the black stone, the Kaaba, going around the Kaaba, everything. The clothing, being naked around the Kaaba, kissing the black stone, licking it, everything he stole from the Arab. Nothing new. They said to you this Abrahamic. There's nothing Abrahamic in this religion. He stole certain names after he associated himself with the Jews. He started learning about their names, and he cannot even quote their names correctly. Like one chapter in the Quran, Muhammad called him Ibrahim. Other chapter he called him Abraham. Which one? So when Muhammad, he learned from the Jews that the correct name is Abraham, he said Abraham. But all the time he used to say Ibrahim. In fact, now in the Quran we cannot find Abraham no more. The Muslims, they took it off. Now we find Ibrahim. What happened to Abraham? So he keeps saying Ibrahim. Until the Jews, they said to him, you idiot. There is no Ibrahim. And then he says, okay, from now on we will say Abraham. And that should be found in the chapter of Al-Baqarah. But if we go to the Al-Baqarah, we cannot find it no more. We cannot find it. Let me see if I can find you an image before the Muslim they changed the Quran. Give me a second. Am I giving you too much information, guys? Anybody have a headache? They took it off, but I'm trying to find an image to show you the picture as it is before the Muslim they changed the Quran. Let us see. Here we go. I know it's too much information, but if you are seeking education, you know, education is very For me, I believe the best thing a human being differentiate him than animals is brain and education. Look how many times it says Abraham, Abraham, Abraham in one chapter, but we can't find him no more. Nowhere to be found. If we go now to Al-Baqarah, 123, 124, 125, where we can find Abraham? It's gone. Let me check. In front of your eyes. See? Ibrahim. Look, look. See? Ibrahim. 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 But it was Abraham. And I'm showing you now the image. See? This is the Quran before they change it. There's no Ibrahim. Abraham, Abraham, Abraham. What a scandal, huh? Yeah, education, you know what make you different. If you sit with a group of people, one of them might be funny, one of them might be a clown, he might make mockery of you, but when you have education, everybody have to respect you, unless you are sitting between a bunch of idiots. If you have education, wherever you go, your place is preserved. And not only that, education will change you, will change your character, the way you talk, the way you think, the way you plan for things, even the way you deal with your wife, your children's. The more ignorant you are, the more dummy you make mistakes. So education is not a degree. Like I graduated from the law, I get the law degree. I can be a judge. I get my master's degree. But that is not the education. This is not education. There's a huge difference between a degree and education. This is false education. This is not, have nothing to do even close to education. Education, when somebody, he know history, he know religion, he know law, he know like multiple knowledge, many things. He's working hard in himself, not just someone, a certificate, a degree is just a profession to do a job, to make living. This is not education. Like one of the benefit for me when I studied law, that you have to study 3 religions, and because in the Middle East, like religion is involved in everything. Even the building the wall in your house is involved with religion. Can you believe it? Even the size of your window, even your bathroom window, even the door, even the toilet seat. You cannot believe it. That the religion is involved in everything. So in order to be a lawyer, it's not like in America, there's a lawyer for finance, lawyer for divorce. No, a lawyer there is somebody he knows everything. So you go to the office to the lawyer, you ask him a question about anything, he have to have an answer. You can't say to you, I'm a divorce lawyer. So this was a great benefit because you have to study Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Plus, you have to study even, building, engineering. I mean, you find yourself studying everything because you are a lawyer. You have to be involved in everything. Inheritance, property law, finance, business administration. So it's like many branches. That's why it's so difficult. If you see the books, you will get scared. I mean, the books is so big, thick. However, most of the education in the world today focus in teaching you and giving you a certificate to get a job. And most of people who have the certificate, they cannot answer any question out of their job. So if you go to an engineer, he can answer about engineering and specific engineering, not all engineering. Same for a doctor. He's an eye doctor. He don't know about a dentist. Educated person is someone, he have a lot of knowledge in every field and not in one side. Let us say a person, he can be let us say a dictionaries of information. However, even the one who have knowledge is ignorant, because it doesn't matter how much we learn. You have to put in your mind, don't be so proud, because it doesn't matter how much you know. You are still learning. You are just a little student. So, but that doesn't mean education is not an amazing thing. It will help you a lot. And if you are a person trying to bring people to Jesus and to know Christ and to save them, then you better be armed with knowledge and faith. If you are faithful but you are ignorant, people will laugh at you, will make mockery of you. So you have to hold all the tools. You have to be warrior, you have to be faithful, you have to be true believer, and then you have to have knowledge. So you can face the enemy with their logic, not yours. If you notice, Muslims, they avoid debating me. Why? Because I know all their laundry. They cannot do with me the same they can do with others, like, you know, opposite prophet, or they don't know Arabic, they can't even read. If they say to him, doesn't say that in Arabic, he don't know. This is why you see them inviting some Arab Christians to read for them what it says in Arabic to get somebody busted, because they are not capable. The language is a must, especially when it's come to Islam, because all the translation the Muslim they have is just to fool. Like now, if I don't tell you that the name used to be Abraham, how you will find out? Nowhere you will find that this is exist. You go to the Quran, here we go, this is a chapter. This is the chapter we're talking about. What is Abraham? No Abraham, there's Ibrahim. But in English it says Abraham. But in Arabic it says Ibrahim. You can take a screenshot here and compare it with the image. It's not the same. This is literally Abraham. How Abraham become Ibrahim? In fact, even it's written long, like the tashkil, Ibrahim. Ibrahim. You see, there's no yeah. There's a kasra. Even here the title says, why it's not written the word Ibrahim with ya, which means this letter here is gone. Why? Where's the letter here? We can't see it. Because simply this is the correct name. But even now, even here is written wrong. All right, any other question? Anyone have a question from Rumble, from YouTube? Can you explain the Quran chapter 10 verse number 94? Okay. Someone is asking for chapter 10 94. Let us see what he want. Just explain it, that's all. We don't have any. You know, we know that Muhammad, the Muslim, they try to always to fix and duct tape Muhammad behavior. Obviously Muhammad is mentally ill. We remember that Muhammad, he tried to commit suicide many times. Why? Because he doubt that he is really a prophet. So if we go in the hadith, so now we are trying to connect this verse to the hadith speaking about Muhammad trying to commit suicide. Why? Because he doubt that he is a prophet. So if you go here, we will find that when Waraq ibn Nawfal he died, Muhammad, he tried to commit suicide many times. And then according to the story, each time Muhammad he tried to commit suicide, Gabriel, after he go all the way to the top of the high mountain, Muhammad he go to the top of the mountain and he tried to throw himself. Gabriel, the angel Jibreel, would appear before him and say, "Oh Muhammad, you are indeed Allah's messenger." So why Muhammad trying to kill himself? He is doubting that he is a prophet. And this is confirmed in this story here. All right. So when Jibreel said to him, "For sure you are a prophet," Muhammad calmed down and he go down to his house. But then a day, 2 days after, he do the same. It's like a kid, you know, stupid kid. So he go again to the mountain. He try to throw himself, and Jibreel again will come to him and will say the same sentence: "Indeed, you are a prophet." And here it says clearly that he intended to do that to himself several times. Several times, not only once. All right. So now going back to the verse in the Quran, the one you mentioned. If you were in doubt about what is revealed to you, Muhammad, and this was the case for Muhammad, go and ask the Christians and the Jews. And that will be very stupid from Muslims or the Quran, because how the Christians and the Jews, they are lost and they are following false Judaism and false Christianity, and yet they are the one who will confirm to Muhammad that what is revealed to him is from God. Very stupid statement. If you read the same story here, who is the one who confirmed to Muhammad that he is a prophet? According to the story, is Waraqa ibn Nawfal. Waraqa is the one who said to him, "Truly you are a prophet of Allah." Where's the hadith here? All right. It says here that Waraqa, he was translating the gospel into Arabic. And he is the one who told Muhammad that the one who he saw is an angel. His name is the Namus. Imagine Muhammad himself do not know he met who. It was a guy who never met the angel. He told him, "Oh, this is Jibreel." So when Waraqa died, Muhammad inspiration stopped. Which is a clear proof that the one was writing Quran to Muhammad is Waraqa. And I believe, this is my own study, I believe Waraqa is the real father of Muhammad. You remember we mentioned to you that the tribe of Quraysh, they say that Muhammad is like a palm tree. You remember? He's like a palm tree. What they meant by a palm tree, we mentioned to you that he is unknown father. Unknown, they don't even know from which tribe he is. Which clear that even the so-called family of Muhammad, they did not consider him their child. In the best scenario, Muhammad is adopted, is not the child of the family. This is why it was very strange that the family of Muhammad, they sent Muhammad with a woman to do nursing for him. I mean, this is a tribe, they have hundreds of women. Why they want to send a little child to a stranger? They send him away, out of their city, out of their town, hundreds of kilometers away. In other way, they trying to get rid of him. Then this woman, she brought him back because Muhammad obviously was suffering from epilepsy. He kept fainting. And even the women, she mentioned that they thought he's dead, so they decided to bring him back. They were afraid they will be playing for killing him. So I hope I did answer you about that. So this, ask the Christian and the Jews is a big problem, because how the Christian and the Jews are following false religion, and then Muhammad have to ask them. and they are the one who can confirm who is a true prophet, who is not. And obviously the Jews and the Christians refuse Muhammad to be a prophet in any way, any mean. All right, I'm not going to keep you longer. I'm trying to squeeze my time to make it like very useful, so we can learn, we can take notes. Anything you see on the screen, you wonder how to find it. These days is very easy. You can take a screenshot and you can post it in Google, image, to search for it, and you will find it. All right, or in your phone, even you can freeze the video. Most of the phones now, you can copy the text even from an image of a video. You can highlight the text and you can search the exact same text in Google. You will find it. All right, it's very easy. You guys are lucky. When I was teaching in the beginning in the internet about Islam, we have not even a single website translating a hadith, Quran. I have to use everything in Arabic. I have to translate. I have, in fact, when I make a video, I remember I bought a camcorder, which was very expensive for me to buy. So I used to hold the camcorder. I don't even have a stand for it. I hold it with my hand, recording the screen. And then, those old screens, you remember that the screen with Big Billy? So, the image looks so weird. So you hold the camcorder, I'm talking, explaining, and then when you want to load the video in the internet, it takes forever. We use DSL. Like many of you, maybe you are born, you don't know what is that. This DSL is like a landline, and then each time you want to log to the internet company, you have to dial like the same as you're calling somebody, and then it takes forever to log in. And if you are lucky, and most of the time, the file of 10-minute video will take 24 hours, sometimes 40. I can't even use the phone because I go to work, I come back from work, I go to school, I come back from school, still the video is loading, and then suddenly disconnected. So now you have to redo it again. So now you are really lucky to have all the technology, how easy it is. We can show you images, we can show you videos, we can give link, we have live in YouTube. All of this never existed before. So you have an advantage of education. I wish I have it when I was a kid. I used to walk 40-45 minutes just to go to the library. Walk, when I was a kid. Everybody is busy. I want to go to the library. And when I go to the library, I'm not allowed to enter the library for adult. The only one I'm allowed to enter is where they have, a Tan, like those magazines for kids, Mickey Mouse. So I used to walk with someone adult when he's going in, make myself like I am his son. So the guard in the front door, he will not stop me. And the guy will be looking at me like, why this kid is walking with me? But he don't, what he will do. So I walk with him until I get in, and then he sit in a table. I sit next to him too. He look at me like, what's wrong with this kid? And because I cannot go and grab a book, I grab any book on the table to read. So imagine how even hard it was to educate yourself. I grab any book. I don't know what the book, because I cannot go and choose a book. People, they read in the library, they read books on the table. I cannot go and ask the guy to give me a book. He will kick me out. I'm a kid. I'm not allowed to be here. So any book on the table, I grab it and read it. I remember the first time I read a book, it was about sex. I was like, what? It's about sex. I think I was like 9 years old. I was like, what? I came back home, I have a headache. My mom asked me, she said, are you okay? I said, no. What happened? I said, nothing. Oh boy. So, we are blessed today, and we have used this tool, internet, today. The Muslims are using it to mislead people, and they were successful for a good time. But it's your time now. You got all the education you need to defeat this garbage cult. This is satanic and so easy to defeat. Islam is so easy to defeat, but Islam is very hard to defeat if you don't know. But it's the most stupid donkey cult, literally. And if you're Indonesian, tell those potatoes Dondy and Assim Al Hakeem. Both of you are a bunch of false, knowledgeable people. You have no knowledge of anything. And you are making fortune of the fools. And I challenge you. I went to Dondy channel live. The coward, he ran away. He blocked us. So we asked Assim Al Hakeem, if anyone know him, do he dare to take a live call from me? I will call him. I will not take too much of his time. I know he charged $200. 1 hour I will wipe the floor with him, literally, and I will make everybody in the world die laughing at him. This is, my friends, the most stupid cult ever you can imagine. It is satanic, it's sexual, it is against ethic, against God, against Christ, against humanity, against everything human beings stand for. It is the evil of the evil. They dress white, but they are inside like a dark grave. You know, many people, they cover their grave with marble, but the grave is a grave. For us, the Christians, as the Christians, the grave is not a grave. The grave is just a new station to go to Jesus. Even Muhammad, their prophet, he stepped with the mother of Ali in her grave, naked. They asked him, why you are doing that? He says, so Allah will make her grave more easy on her. Imagine I sleep with the women, she is naked. Pretty women. The mother of Ali. In the grave. To do what? To ease the pressure of the grave on her. What a pervert. I want to say thank you all for being here. I hope we learn good. And maybe we'll come back. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after. Leave your comment. Share. The more view we have, the more encouragement you give us. And as you see, the view doesn't make any difference for me. I don't have super chat. I don't have advertising. I don't have all the garbage people they work for. I'm here for a mission. And the mission is clear. That we will be victorious and the devil will be defeated. For our good is God, and our God is good. And no one is good but God, and that is Jesus. And our good God always will be victorious. Even the Muslims cannot deny that the Messiah is coming back. And he is the one who will make victory over the devil. And the likeness of Muhammad will be under his feet. And they will be sent to hellfire. So, as always we say, and we mean, God is good, so is Jesus, and we are the crusade. See ya.